Hi guys, I was being called to record this message and I have a bit of a channeled message as well. I'm I know that this is going to be a love reading, so I've gotten out my oracle deck and I'm going to just, you know, look at what the message is and seek more clarity because I already have like part of the channeled message. Let's see what spirit wants you to hear right now. And these messages are also from your specific person, your desired person. So I'm going to see like what you need to hear right now. Okay, I hope you can see it and give us more clarity, spirit. What does the specific person wants to say? Okay, okay, can tell us, can tell us more, can tell us more, can you 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 tell us more, tell us more. Oops. Tell us more. Tell us more. Okay. Too many cards came out. But I'm going to accept them. Okay. I hope you can see everything. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay, I think you guys can see everything, I guess. Let me see if I can move it around. I think clearer, I guess. Okay. Okay. This seems like a no contact situation. First of all, I'm seeing that both of you guys are not in touch with each other. That's the strong message I was getting. And also, while um I got the channel message, it was about this fairy tale I used to really like when I was younger. And the fairy tale is about Rapunzel. And the one that I liked was like loosely based on the story written by the brothers Grimm. And I don't know how much. I think like all the fairy tales that have been adapted by the original stories, they have changed the things around. But for this one, there was like this specific there was this specific fantasy about being saved, being rescued, because in the book, or the story, the version that I read, she was being rescued by a person, and they offered like immediate marriage, I guess, commitment. And not only that, the specific feeling that I picked up from that fairy tale was that the princess, the person, or you don't really have to be a princess unless you want to be, the person was like really, really sad, and they felt like they were stuck up in a tower. And the channel message was that like I was scrolling through some videos and I got the vision uh, about like a person coming on, like, a white horse, like a very gentlemanly person, coming on a white horse. And then I watched something like, and then I scrolled and I watched something that was like, and I was like, huh, this is that prince, you know. So I was like, okay, I'm channeling in a love sorry, I'm channeling a love message. Then I saw pairs of pigeons, like I saw birds but they were in pairs the entire day. And then I got like other synchronicities, like I saw two again and again. I saw 1 2 2 2. So if those are the numbers that you are seeing these days, or you have seen them today, or perhaps you will see that after you see this message, know that this reading is for you. Anyways, coming back to the situation that we have on our hands, I can see that the person that you are seeking more clarity about, you've been in no contact with this person. And for some people in this collective, I feel like even though you guys are in no contact, but there are like really intense lingering attachment. I'm getting the sense that if you are a person who, dates other people, uh you get over those people after a period of time. Like, there's a recovery mode after a breakup, right? Like, or even if it's like a talking stage, or is some sort of a relationship that doesn't fully convert into a relationship, but after you have clarity that this is over, you both aren't reaching out, you both aren't communicating. Or I'm also seeing like this specific vision of one person blocking the other, or whatever. But even though like that happens, after that stage you go through a period of like sadness, you're crying, um you're working out, or you're trying to do something to distract you. I'm seeing someone hanging out with their friends, doing parties. I'm also seeing some people working out, like boxing, muay thai, um working out at the gym like really intensely, things like that. So but but even though you went through that intense period of recovery, I will say, you were trying to process your feelings. I'm seeing someone putting on a sad playlist and crying in their bed. So also very specific vision. So I feel like some of you might have gone through that breakup period, or whatever you want to call it, that recovery period, that recovery week, or whatever. But even though you've been processing your emotions for like a month or two, I'm hearing 6 months, 3 months, a year, even though you have done all of that, there's still like lingering attachment with this person. And you don't know why you feel this much. And also I'm seeing like a very intense relationship, intense messages, like intense confessions of love, or maybe something that starts off as very innocent, or like, I won't say like, not just innocent, but for some of you people in this collective, it starts off a little cold, like both people not expecting anything out of each other, like messaging back and forth that takes weeks, sometimes days, um, not really expecting something to happen, and then it just suddenly takes off and it becomes really intense. You convey all your deepest desires, deepest feelings. I'm also hearing some people are talking about marriage with each other, and confessing that their feelings are mutual, whatever. And then one of the people getting like cold feet, like one of the person just talking about marriage like one day, and 2 or 3 days later they are like, yeah, but I don't think I'm ready for a relationship, okay. I think the energy is too much. I'm starting to trip over my words. I think this is very emotionally charged for some of you, because I'm like saying the relationship. Okay, I tripped over that word. So I think it was very emotionally charged when you said that, because I think it gave you intense emotional whiplash. For some of you guys, it was like that. Like, one day you were talking about like, you know, getting a farm, animals, kids, a life together, building a life together, and 2 or 3 days later, when you like confronted them, like, where do you see this going? Do you see me in your future, or do you think I'm your person? Like whatever specific relationship terms that you guys used. But this other person was like, not officially, or something like that. And then they said that like they are not in the place to, you know in a place where they can show up as your partner. Like, not right now, I'm hearing not right now. And that really gave you like emotional whiplash. And at first I'm also seeing like someone trying to play it off coolly, like this didn't bother me. I'm seeing people walking in slow motion, like, that movie-esque uh, scenes where, they're putting on their sunglasses, or, driving expensive cars, like trying to show off in a way that, like, they are unbothered, like this doesn't affect them. But then, like, that feeling, those feelings build up. And I'm also seeing some people going through periods of anxiety. So it's like those feelings built up for you, and then it gave you anxiety around this relationship and around this connection. I'm also seeing people, like, you know touching their phones, like checking their phones uh constantly, like every other hour, like on the subway, and on while driving also, like, don't check your phone while you're driving. Also, like, seeing people walking in a street, checking their phone, like jogging, checking their phone, running on a treadmill, checking their phone, like things like that. Like when you're supposed to be, like, really busy, or you were checking your phone for some sort of contact. Also seeing people checking their laptops, computers, tablets. So you were looking for some sort of a communication from this person, because you still had feelings attached around this relationship. And it's like you try to play it off cool, but you didn't process it. And those feelings just stayed, and then they became like feelings of anxiety around this connection. But time passed, and I'm seeing that the other person didn't contact you, or maybe they did but you didn't answer because you were sitting in your boundaries and your standards. So I'm seeing that, like, some of you didn't reply even though they tried to check in with you. Like, I'm seeing that you guys didn't reply, and for some people you guys replied, but it was like very cold, like one word answers. So yeah, so that is something that the other person understood. Like, the other person in this dynamic, they understood that this was your boundary, and you don't want to be in an one-sided dynamic with this person. Like, they understood that you won't do this, like, casual friends thing. Also, like, hearing a very specific thing, like, I can't be friends with you because we have, like, spicy pictures of each other. We can't be friends because we have spicy pictures of each other. Something like that. Sorry. Just hearing that, so I said it. That's why I feel like that's something you guys thought, that because you have crossed that boundary, like, how can we be friends? Uh, or how can I keep you as like a casual acquaintance, if that makes sense. So, anyways, um, I feel like for this person, because I asked spirit about what they are feeling like and what their thoughts are at this current moment, and I got a lot of cards. So that means that they do want to talk to you. They are not completely over it. And also I feel like those feelings of lingering attachment, I feel like it could be either you or the both of yous, because I'm getting that sense by looking at the cards. Because here it's like, it's not only like they are sad or regretful, but there's this card as well. I wish I could share my good news with you. It's like they are not over you yet. Like, they're in a state of limbo where they want to communicate with you, but they don't know how to. I'm getting that, like, they want to communicate, but I feel like they feel this cold wall between both of you guys, and they're like, oh no, I don't know. I don't know what I should text them. I want to, but I don't know. Like, they are out of mental bandwidth to understand, to, like, what should they use that, what should they use as an icebreaker to get your attention. Anyways, let's get to the cards. I'm starting to understand our connection. They are, because you set that boundary, you put your foot down. This person is now starting to process, like, oh, okay, I guess there were real feelings. I'm seeing like this really cool buff guy, like, someone who's like really tall, really masculine, and he's like, oh my god, I don't know, she could make me feel. And also, like, there are no genders, and tarot could be anyone who's like muscular. I'm seeing a wiry built person specifically, so it doesn't also matter that they are very muscular, but someone who's like wiry built. So if that's the person, then yeah, it is about them. They are like really surprised that you could make them feel stuff. And also, like, it doesn't really have to be specifically about the build. I think it's more about the emotion. The emotion is here that they're surprised that they could actually feel this deeply, because I'm hearing that they weren't able to like feel this much in the past, and also in such a short time, hearing in such a short time. So yeah, that is relevant. I think, I hope that you can forgive me one day. um I feel like they feel sad. uh I won't say sad, it's more like regret. It's more like they've been reflecting and they're regretful that they can't give you the version that you need of them right now. They haven't done anything like that's boundary crossing. For some of you, I feel like it was very amicable, like it was very mature. You guys talked about your needs and wants and desires in this relationship, and they were like, you know what, I can give this to you, but then they realized that they really can't. And I'm also seeing like someone who's very busy. So I feel like right now at this period in time, they have lots of responsibilities that are hanging on their shoulders. And also, I'm seeing someone working at a very physically taxing job that's making them like really emotionally overwhelmed. So also, I'm seeing like people getting married. So I think they see you as someone who's like spouse material, someone who's like a long-term partner. Like, I'm not sure if what you guys want in a relationship is this thing, but what I'm seeing is that, yeah, for some of you people it might be something like marriage, etc., but for some of you guys it just means that they see you as someone who's long term, and they need to give the right amount of, you know engagement, emotional investment. Like, they want to show up in the right way. They want to do things the right way. They want to like show up for you in every sort of way. And also, I feel like this person is the kind of person who gets off by making you feel better. Like, once you feel better, they feel much, much, much better. So I feel like, yeah, that's why they're sort of regretful. um and it's not like sort of, it's like a detached regretful. Like, they are regretful, but they are detached, because, sorry, they are detached. Maybe some of them are attached, I don't know why I said that. So I feel like what I was trying to say was like they're thinking logically right now. Like, they're think since they are in this reflective mode right now, I think they might have gone through their own like emotional period of, recovery, crying, and etc. But right now, from what I'm getting from their energy, from what I'm tapping into, I'm getting this, seeing things very clearly, seeing things from a very clear eye. They understand your value, they understand your worth, they understand what you bring to the table, and they still are assessing, like, is this is this what I want right now? And if I start this, will I be able to, show up for this person right now? And I think that's why I'm starting to understand our connection came out. It's like, now that they are like emotionally detached from this situation, they can see your honesty, they can see your sincerity, they can even see your boundaries, and I feel like they sort of respect you more for it. They actually like it. I think they have become more attracted to you now that you've put forth boundaries. And again, like this card came out. I hope, I love you. I love you unconditionally. I was reading this. I don't know why. I hope that you can forgive me one day. I think they do hope that you would forgive them one day, because I think since they see you as, future relationship, like long term partner potential, they do. And again, like there's a card in this spread that says that they want to share their good news with you. I think they will want to communicate with you about this further. And I also saw this I love you unconditionally. So since they are thinking so much about you, you are on their mind, and they respect you as an individual. I think that's why they are much more in love with you than they have let on. um yeah, and it says I lost myself for a little while. I think this is what it means, like they went through their own period of, like, emotional period where they were like processing their feelings. They were sad, upset about losing you, but also sad and upset at themselves for not being able to give you what you want right now, because they do want you. And since they can't give you what you need right now, it's like upsetting for them. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. Yeah, literally. It's affirming like this, because they saw you as like this long-term partner potential, like you could be their husband or wife or spouse, or I'm hearing sambo. That's like Swedish term for someone who's a living partner, but it's like it's legally accepted as something like a partner, as in like husband wife, but it's like, I think, legally accepted in Sweden. So yeah, they saw you as a long-term partner, and it wasn't just you who lost them, they lost you as well. So you don't know how hard it was to let you go. They try to hang on to you. That's why I feel like they have like lingering attachment. They still think about you, and they still think about the potential, but they're also like assessing the everything. They are, now not thinking from a place of desperation, like emotional desperation. They are not in that place anymore. They're thinking about it very logically, like, if I do this, what will happen? If I pursue this, what will happen? If I give everything up for them, like, what will happen? I'm getting that sort of energy. And you speak to me through music. I think they listen to, like I saw that playlist while someone was crying. Probably they are listening to love music or any music that they like, and then they imagine, the lyrics as something that you would say to them. And I'm hearing this song, I'll never do that. It's an old song. I'll do anything for you, but I'll never do that. Oh my god. I think there might be some messages. Let me think. Let me try to recall some lyrics from that song. It might be something like there was some sort of boundary. I think, okay, now I get it. I feel like the lyric that came to my mind was like, I'll do everything or anything for you, but I'll never do that. It's like this person wants to do everything for you, but not at the expense of their own self respect. And I also heard self interest. So this person has a very healthy self esteem. It feels like a very adult, mature relationship. It's not like the teenage sort of love, even though I saw, Rapunzel and everything, and I was like, oh, that's this prince. But no, it's not just that. It's like a very mature and adult relationship in the sense that they value independence. They value your independence as well. They won't put their entire life on hold to pursue you. They want you, but they also want to live their life. They want to have their own life, their own responsibilities. And even if you guys got together, they would like to have, a shared life where they have some time with you, but they also have their own life, with boundaries and stuff. Like they have a healthy sense or healthy dose of self-esteem. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, interesting that that came up. I feel like maybe that's why I feel like they might have tried to protect themselves in this dynamic, in the sense that they might have thought that, okay, this person holds so much power over me. If I give in, like, what would become of me? So they want to be like entirely sure before they jump in. I'm getting that sort of energy. Yeah, now wish I had treated you better. But they still wish they had treated you better. And this card like turn. This because they love you. They love you. See, it's moving. They love you unconditionally, and that's why they wish they could have treated you better, because then they can, like spend more time with you, tell you the things that they want to tell you, and right now they don't have access to you. I'm getting that, like some bridges are burned. They cannot access you like they used to, or maybe they can still text you. Like not all the bridges have been burned, but they cannot get the same like warmth back. They cannot get that like same version of you that made them feel special. So yeah, that's why. And then there's this card. I replay our conversations over and over. Obviously, like I said, they still think about you. So this card isn't surprising to me, because they are thinking about you constantly. uh, and because even after all this time, there's lingering attachment. There's like attachment where they, when something good happens, they think of you. That's why, like, I wish I could share my good news with you. Something good has happened to them recently. I'm also getting that, like, probably a promotion. I'm seeing a man walk out like very confident, like something good has happened. Like it's a sunny day, they're walking out of their office. I'm also seeing some people walking on a pedestrian, on a crosswalk. Someone is walking towards a bakery. I'm seeing scenes like that. So feel like something good has happened with them. Maybe a promotion. Maybe they got the raise that they wanted. Maybe they got the. Uh, I'm also hearing that someone won something. So maybe they won something. I don't know, some sort of competition. They won some sort of competition. I'm hearing lottery because some of them came into a lot of money. It could be estate from a passed on parent, grandparents. I'm hearing. Someone got the position that they wanted. I'm literally seeing someone as a news broadcaster, like someone got that promotion to become like the, head. I'm also seeing someone at a law firm got being made partner. So I don't know, could be some of you guys or someone in the collective, because these are very specific visions. I'm seeing someone finally getting their degree. They are throwing, those graduation caps. So some of them have like done something that they really wanted, and I think they might have told you about this. Like they might have told you in passing, like, hey, I'm trying to get that raise, trying to get that promotion, I'm trying to, work towards my degree and stuff, and they have finally achieved that, and they want to tell you about it, but they can't, because they feel like the version that made them feel so good is now gone, and they don't have access to you in the way that they had access to you anymore. So yeah, let me see. Sorry, this is my hair. Let me see if there's any additional messages from your person. If they want to tell you something more, can you tell us what you want to communicate? Can I tell us? Can I tell us? Can I? Too many cards, sorry. Okay, I saw it, so I'm going to accept it. I wish I could take back my words. Obviously, They want to turn back time, and they can't do that anymore. Let me see if there's any additional messages. Additional messages. Any additional messages from this person? Obviously, they're so attracted to you. So they wish that they could take back their words. That is not possible because things have happened and they can't go back. But also, I cut the deck. Just being near you is intoxicating. Yeah, they wish they can go back and do things differently, but that is not possible because things are in the past, and they're still so attracted to you. This is very interesting. This was the last message, and it also, I put it unintentionally on I love you unconditionally. I feel like there's more love here. They don't just see you as like, lust energy. There's more like love, respect, mutual respect. I'm hearing. They see you as a long-term partner potential, and I'm not seeing any third party or anything, any sort of that interference. I'm also hearing I'm not ready. So I feel like when whatever has happened, like whatever has led to this period of no contact, is because they were not just ready. Like they were at some stage in their life where they cannot give you like full commitment, and that's why they walked away, uh, or they let you leave. They didn't walk away because um, I'm also hearing, I wish I could have treated you better. So they wish they could have done things differently because they're still so attracted to you. I told you they think about you. And this is no surprise to me. Just being near you is intoxicating. And with the card that I replay our conversations over and over, I think they are still looking back at old memories. There's a lot of nostalgia here in this spread, like this person thinking about how things were, what you guys talked about. I'm also seeing pictures being shared of meals, walks. Probably they are walking and they share this picture of the clouds or something. They're sharing pictures of nature with you and seeing that. So I feel like they miss that, like they miss that sort of connection, like they miss the things that you guys talked about. Also seeing like playstations or whatever. So one of you or either of you might be into gaming, and they might have shared like things related to that, like here, this is the game I've been playing. I wish we could play together. Things like that. Like they miss that dynamic with you. That's why I said like they don't have access to you like they used to, in the sense that they are missing not only the relationship part, they're also missing the friendship part. And I feel like since they let you leave, or since they walked away, they lost that version of you. And that's why they are missing the way that you made them feel. Yeah, I'm being called to end this reading here because I feel like I will tell you more, and you're not supposed to know more than this. So yeah, this is all I have for you. It was very nice to have you here. Thank you for letting me read your cards, and thanks for coming here today. If you like the channeled message, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Um, Thank you for watching this till the end, and also like have a good day, have a nice restful day, night, wherever you are. And yeah, sending you good vibes and positivity, sending you so much love. I'll see you in the next one. I'd love to bring more messages to you. Bye.